Hello. So today I'll be doing the Johor Pasir Gudang set 1. This is the last set, okay? The last set in this book, right? The last set I do is the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2. This is the Johor Pasir Gudang set 1, alright? So if you got do the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2, this set will be more easy when you do it. You know why? Because these two set is kind of similar. It's kind of similar. You will find some questions here, not all the questions, but some of the questions here is, how to say, is the same. Okay, it's exactly the same with the Pasir Gudang set 2. Alright, so let's start. Alright, but I hope you still got do this set lah. Okay, you tak rasa macam like, oh, no need to do already because this set is the same anyway, so tak payah buat. No, not the whole thing is the same. Okay, and actually if you want to compare Pasir Gudang set 2 and Pasir Gudang set 1, actually set 1 will be a little bit more, how to say, challenging, I guess. Yeah, but they are both like lebih kurang lah. But I still recommend doing it. Okay, Okay, number 1, choose the correct pairing of number and its number of significant figures. The 0 in front, we never count. Okay, when we count significant figure, we always count from left to right. And the 0 in front, we never count as a significant figure. So there's only 3 significant figures here. So A is wrong because it should be 3. Same for B, you only count in, you never count the 0 that you write in front. Okay, ada decimal ke, tak ada decimal ke, we don't care. As long as the 0 is in front of the number, we don't count. So it's just 1, 2, 3. So B is the answer, right? B is the answer because they want the correct pairing. What about C? C should be 3, right? But they write 2, so that's why C is wrong. Okay, D, how many significant figure? 1, 2, 3 only. It should be 3 significant figure. So this is wrong. Why is this 3 only? Because the 0 behind here we never count, right? Okay, just now I said the 0 in front, memang we never count, right? But what about the 0 at the back? Do we have to count the 0 at the back? Kalau ada point, yes, we count. Kalau tak ada point, tak payah. So yang ni ada point tak? Tak ada. So 1, 2, 3 only. So there's only 3 significant figure. Okay. Number 2, express this in standard form. Just use your calculator. Okay, just use your calculator. Alright. So 44058 divide 20. And they give you this thing here, but if you look at A, B, C, D, they want your answer in standard form lah, because they even mention in the question here standard form. So you just press the age. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay, I should tekan again. ENG. So it's like 2.2029 times 10 power 3. So the answer should be C, right? Should be C. A and B confirm wrong already. This one confirm wrong already because standard form can only have 1 digit in front of the decimal, and the digit cannot be 0. So A and B is like confirm wrong already. So it's either C or D. So the answer is C lah. Number 3, a factory packs 10,300 kg of flour into small packets. Each small packet is filled with 500 grams. Calculate number of small packet produced. Maybe some of you will take 10300 divide 500. Okay, that is wrong, because look carefully at the unit, right? This is in kg, this is in gram. So you have to convert jadi gram first. How to convert? 10300. If you want to convert to gram, you have to times 1000, because 1 kilogram is 1000 gram. And then only you divide by 500. Okay, so this will be the answer. But if you look again, it's all in standard form. So you should tekan the ENG lah. So 20.6 times 10 power 3. Let's write it down. 20.6 times 10 power 3. Okay, why I write it down first? Because I know this is not standard form yet. Okay, it's not standard form yet. Because standard form means in front of the decimal there should be 1 digit. If you look here, in front of the decimal there's 2 digits. So it means that you have to move the decimal point to here. Alright, so that it becomes 2.06 times 10 power. Alright, can you see your number is getting smaller or getting bigger? 20.6 is getting smaller, right? Because 20 point something now is like 2 point something. So if your number is getting smaller, here the power should get bigger, right? So you plus what? You move sekali, so you plus 1. So the answer is 2.06 times 10 power 4. Okay, I hope you understand why the concept, right? I hope you understand why is it like if the number gets smaller, the power get bigger. It's because you want this to be equivalent to this. Alright, so of course if one side gets smaller, then the other side should get bigger, so that this thing here is equivalent to this. Alright, okay. Number 4, state value of digit 5 in number 15637 base 8 in base 10. So they want you to convert this into base 10, but not the whole thing, only the digit 5 only. So digit 5 is here. So you know, if you want to change from a smaller base to a base 10, you need to use the darab tambah method. Alright, so darab tambah means what? So 8 here means the last digit will be 8 power 0. Here will be 8 power 1, 8 power 2, 8 power 3, and then 8 power 4. And they want you to convert digit 5, so it will be 8 power 3 times 5. Alright? And usually, student will forget the 8 power 0. Usually, okay? I know not all of you, but yeah, but usually they will forget the power 0 one. Okay? So, yeah, be careful. So, 8 power 0 times 5. So, this is the answer, 2560. Number 5, given x base 8 plus 24 base 5 equals to 56 base 8. Find value of x in base 8. So given, okay, how I do it? X base 8. If I want to find x means I have to move the 24 to the other side. So it becomes 56 base 8 minus 24 base 5. But how to take a base 8 number minus base 5 number? Alright, it's impossible. Because base 8 number and base 5 number, you tablet tolak. If you want to tolak, you have to make sure they are the same base. Alright, so actually, what you can do here, okay, ada cara yang cepat, ada cara yang lambat. So cara yang cepat is you change this to base 8, right? And then you minus. And then cara yang lambat is you change both number to base 10 and then you minus. After you minus the answer, you change back to base 8. Macam tu. So that one lambat sikit. So let's try using the method yang cepat. So if you want to use the cepat method, how you do it? You terus change this to base 8. You know why? Because your x is in base 8. Okay, your x is in base 8. That's why I try to make the 24 base 5 jadi base 8. How to make it base 8? First change it to base 10 first. Okay, how to change to base 10? Okay, base yang kecil nak jadi base 10. So you have to use the darab tambah. So 5, right? So here will be 5 power 0, 5 power 1. So what's 5 power 1 times 2 plus with 5 power 0 times 4. Okay, 5 power 0 is 1, and then times 4. Okay, so it will be 5 times 2, 10, 10 plus 4, so it will be 14 base 10. But you need to convert to base 8, right? So you have to take 14 divided by 8. So 8 times 1 is 8. 14 minus 8 is 6, right? And then 8 times 0 is 0. And then here will be 1. So baca from dari bawah ke atas. So it will be 16 base 10. It means that 24 base 5 is 16 base 8. Sorry, not base 10. Base 8, right? Base 8. And then you take 56 minus 16 lah. 56 minus 16. So 6 minus 6, 0. 5 minus 1, 4. So when you take a base 8 number minus base 8 number, the hasil come out will also be in base 8. So the answer is C. Alright, the answer is C. This is one method of doing it. Another method of doing it is converting both to base 10. Alright, if you, how to say, I mean, if you takut, okay, you want to be more safe, right? Then you do it like this lah. Convert jadi base 10. How to convert base 8 to base 10? Right, 8 power 0 here, 8 power 1 here. And it will be 8 times 5, which is 40, plus with 1 times 6, which is 6. So it's 46 base 10. Okay, it means that 56 base 8, I convert to base 10 is 46 base 10. And then 24 base 5 do the same, convert to base 10 also. But if you malas, you just tiru here lah, okay? You already know it's 14, right? So it's 14 base 10. And then you take 46 base 10 minus 14 base 10. Right, 46 minus 14. And then you get 32 base what? Base 10. Okay, and then you take the 32 divide 8. That's why I say this method is the lambat method, because you have to convert both number to base 10 minus, and then after you still have to convert back to base 8. That's why it's the lambat method. Okay, so yeah, but if you want to be safe, you can do it like this. Okay, 8 times 4 is 32, so the remainder is 0, and then 8 times 0 is 0. Then baca dari bawah ke atas, so it's like 40 base 8. See, you get the same answer, right? You get the same answer. Okay, so it's up to you lah. Okay, like which one you find it more comfortable, then you do it that way lah. Okay, number 6, 1 1 0 1 1 1 minus 1 0 1 0. So 1 minus 0 is 1, right? 1 minus 1 is 0, right? 1 minus 0 is 1 here. 0 minus 1 cannot minus, you have to pinjam here. When you pinjam here, the 1 will become 0. But every time you pinjam 2, because this is a base 2 number. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. Here is 0. Here is 1. So the answer is 1 0 1 1 0 1. So the answer is B, right? Betul ke? Yes. Number 7. In diagram 1, PQRSTU is a regular hexagon. Regular hexagon, it means the interior angle will be 120, 120, 120, 120. It means X is 120 lah. Okay? I hope you know how the 120 comes from. Okay, you just use the formula, right? N minus 2 times 180. and the n is number of side, right? So how many side? Hexagon 6. So 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4 times 180 is 720. But since it's a regular, you can divide by 6 because all side sama panjang. If all sides sama panjang, all angles should sama also. That's why you can divide by 6. So that's why each angle is 120. This is irregular pentagon. Irregular means what? You still can use the formula n minus 2 times 180. But this time the n you masukkan 5 lah. Because it's a pentagon, right? So let's masukkan 5 minus 2, 3, right? And then times 180 is 540. But can you divide by 5 this time? Can you take this 540 divide by 5? No, okay, no. Why no? Because it's irregular. Kalau regular means all the angle is the same, right? But irregular means, yes, the sum of interior angle will still be 540, but all this angle, dia tak, is not the same, right? Because if you divide by 5, look what happened. You get 108. It means that each angle is 108. And you know that's not correct because here is 230. And here is definitely not 108, right? So, because it's irregular. Okay, irregular. But even though it's irregular, the sum of interior angle of the pentagon will still be 540. Okay, even if it's interior. It's just that you cannot divide by 5 because all the angles are not equal. Okay, TSL is a straight line. Okay, so it means here will be 180 lah. So here will be 60, right? And I actually can find here also because I know one circle is 360. So if you take 360 minus, dapat lah sini. So 360 minus 90 minus 120, right? So you should get 150, which is here, 150. And then what else? Okay, here actually I can find also because one circle is 360 minus 310 is just 50, right? They want you to find value of x plus y. So x you already know is 120, but y you don't know. The value of y you still don't know yet. So how to find y? I already said this is a pentagon. Even though it's irregular, but we know the sum of interior angles of a pentagon, okay, is 540. Okay, tak kira regular or irregular, right? The sum of interior angles, if kalau ada 5 sides, it will be 540. So it will be 540 minus, right? So 540 minus 150 minus 230 minus 60 minus 50. Okay, I hope I pressed everything correctly. Okay, it's 50. And then you take x plus y, right? So what's 120 plus 50? 170. Alright, so that's how you do it. Okay, let's move on. Number 8, diagram 2 shows a regular hexagon, blah, 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 and incomplete regular polygon. So here will be 120. Okay, the answer is D. Okay, the answer is D. Alright, how can I do it so fast? Okay, regular hexagon. Ayo, see, I already said, like, this is their favorite shape. Like, they repeat the same question 2 times, right? So regular hexagon means what? The interior angle will be 120, 120, 120, 120 lah. But what if they say irregular? Okay, if irregular, you cannot write 120, 120. Okay? Okay, if irregular, it means what? It means the sum of interior angle will still be 720, but each angle will not be 120. Alright? Okay, so this one irregular lah. So I can just write 120 at every angle. Incomplete regular polygon. Rupa-rupanya yang ni regular polygon also. VRQS. Okay, but they didn't complete the whole shape. That's why they say incomplete. And then determine number of sides of incomplete regular polygon. Okay, how I can jawab so fast? Like how I can know it's 12 immediately? Because I already memorized it. Okay, I already memorized all the interior angle. That's why I can do it so fast. You know why? Because look here, this is a polygon. So what I can do, I can find the interior angle of this incomplete polygon first. How to find 360 minus 120 minus 90 is 150. Okay, let's try it. 360 minus 120 minus 90. Yeah, see, it's 150. And I know 150 is the interior angle for a 12 side polygon. If you don't know, you can use the formula, right? N minus 2 times 180 divide by N equals to 150. Okay? Sama saja formula dia. It's just that you cari balik. Okay, usually dia bagi number of side. Betul? They give you the number of side and then they ask you to find the interior angle. But now it's like they give you the interior angle, cari balik number of side. So you use the same formula. Okay? And since it's regular, you can divide by N. Okay? Okay, so N 180 tarap masuk is 180n. 180 times negative 2 is negative 360. And then bahagi jadi darab, so it become 150n here. And 180 minus 150 is 30n. Negative 360 pindah jadi 360n is 12. Alright. And also in the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2. This one is Johor Pasir Gudang set 1. And in the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2, there is also a question like this. Alright. So yeah. Okay, number 9. Diagram 3 shows a circle PQR with center O, SRT and UQT are tangents to the circle at point R and Q respectively. So remember, if there's two tangent here, immediately write down sama panjang. And the opposite angle here and here add together will be 180. Okay, 180. So here is 80, here will be 100. Okay, there's nothing to explain. You just have to memorize the rule. Okay, if you already forgot, then tengok balik sendiri lah. Alright, or you can ask me also can. Okay, you have to, how to say, benda ni you have to tahu lah. Okay, you just have to know it. Okay, you just have to know it. If you don't know it, then you cannot do. Alright, so opposite angle after add together is 180 because they're two tangent and then intersect here. Right, only two tangent you can use this rule. Okay, find value of x plus y. I can already find x. It's so simple, right? Because OQ and OR is radius, so they should be the same length. So if they are the same length means it will form an isosceles triangle. And how to find x? You just take 180 minus 100 divide 2. You can divide 2 because it's an isosceles, right? It means these two angles here will be the same. So x is 40, right? X is 40. But they want to find x plus y. So it means you need to find y also. But look here, there's another isosceles here. Can you see it? Here is 80. So, and this side and this side here is same length. So it means y here, the angle will be the same also. So you can take 180 minus 80 divide 2, which is 50. Okay? And then you just take x plus y, which is 40 plus 50. And the answer is A. Number 10, diagram 4 shows triangle P and Q drawn on a square grid. Q is the image. Remember, always write down. Like when I do the previous set, when I do transformation, I always say the same thing. Please, write it down. Which one is the image, which is the object. Okay? Don't try to do it fast and then, okay, skip some steps. Because you need to know which one is the starting, which one is the ending. Like now, you know, okay, Q is the image, P is the object. It means that your image is getting smaller. Alright? What if you tak buat macam tu? What if you didn't write the IO? Later you might thought that P is the image and then you do it the wrong way because you thought the image is getting bigger, so it will be wrong already. So this is the image. Okay, under enlargement, find the scale factor. You know the scale factor formula is length of image divided length of object. And what is the length of image? You can choose the height here, 1, 2, 3, right? And then choose the height here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you have to make sure 6 letak bawah tau. Because atas kena letak image, bawah kena letak object. So the answer is D, 1/2. Alright? Mesti ambil length of image divide length of object. So the answer is D. Okay, I hope none of you go and bulatkan C lah. Okay? Because C, if the scale factor 2 means dia tengah besar kan. Okay? But this is definitely not besar lah. This one dia jadi kecil. So the scale factor should be 1/2. Because it's like kecilkan 2 kali ganda. Alright, next, number 11, diagram 5 shows pentagon drawn on a square grid. Which of the following is a true statement? Okay, this question actually you do it also in the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2. Okay, this one is Johor Pasir Gudang set 1. Okay, okay, so in Johor Pasir Gudang set 2, there's also a question like this. So, okay, I know I already explained it, but I will still explain it again. Alright, so which of the following is a true statement? And if you look at all the answer here, they are all rotation. All is like 90 degree. All is like center O. The difference is just the direction. Okay, there are some which is clockwise, some is like anti-clockwise, and also the object and image is not the same. So what I will do, at the center O, I will draw a cross. After I draw a cross, I just, how to say, verify lah. I check with myself one by one and see which one is the true statement. So A, J to L is 90 degree clockwise. Is it correct? J to L, is it 90 degree clockwise? If you don't know how clockwise, which one is the clock direction? Like this, 12, 3, 6. This one, right? This is your clock, right? And how to say, when you look at the clock, right? Ada satu, how to say, there's a pointer that is always moving. Okay? Which will tell you the second, right? They are the tiga, right? One is like, will tell you how many minutes. One tell you how many hour. And there's another one which is will tell you how many second. And it will keep moving, right? Like tick, 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 tick. And it's moving in this direction. Betul? So that is the clockwise direction. Okay? So this is the clockwise. And this will be the anti-clockwise. Okay, sorry, terbalik. So clockwise. So like this is anti-clockwise. Okay, so let's look here. J to L is 90 degree clockwise. Is it correct? J to L is this direction. So if this direction, this is anti-clockwise, right? It's going here. So A is wrong. Okay, B, from L to K is 90 degree clockwise. L to K. Okay, sorry, L to K is here. So L to K is this direction. It's also anti-clockwise because you see, yeah, it's like same with just now, right? It's the same direction which is now, like it's like going like this. So it's also anti-clockwise, but here you write clockwise, so B is wrong. Okay, it should be anti-clockwise here. C, N to J is 90 degree anti-clockwise. So let's check. N to J, isn't this the same direction just like the previous one? See, it's also going this direction. So this is anti-clockwise. So C is the answer, because C dia memang tulis anti-clockwise dekat sini. Right? Okay, what about D? M to K is 90 degree anti-clockwise. M to K is like this. This is clockwise, right? M to K is like this. So ini kan arah jam, right? So M to K is clockwise, but here they write anti-clockwise, so D is wrong because it should be clockwise here. So there's only one true statement, which is C. Right? 12. Which graph represents y equals tangent x? This question also you already do it in the last Pasir Gudang set. Okay, but this set will be a little bit more difficult than the Pasir Gudang set. Why? Okay, because look here, y equals tangent x. You can see all these they start from 90. Right? So let's draw the basic graph first, like the normal graph, right? How the normal graph looks like. So tangent graph dia ada dot, right? There's dotted line, right? And dekat mana dotted line dia? You have to remember this is at 90 and 270. Awak mesti tahu benda ni, okay? If you don't know how the graph looks like, okay, please make sure you memorize it now. Okay, all the sine cos tangent graph is very important. Okay, so the dotted line is at 90 and 270, and the graph will look like this, naik, and then here will look like this, and here is like turun like this. Alright, so this is how the normal graph looks like. But since they didn't draw from 0 to 90, because if you look here, the 90 is already here, means that you have to cover here. So this is how your graph will look like. So A, B, C, D, which one is the answer? A, right? A is the answer. Alright, maybe some of you will go and bulatkan B, right? Because you thought, oh yeah, it's like this. No, look carefully, because here is already 90. That's why you have to erase this thing. You have to cover this thing, right? You have to start from 90 lah, maksudnya. You have to start from 90. You have to start drawing from 90. So if you start drawing from 90, this is how the graph looks like. So the answer is A. If you do the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2 which is the previous set dia tak tanya sampai susah macam tu. Okay, I remember dia tak tanya sampai macam tu. Okay, if you want to tengok balik, you can tengok balik. I think it's also like around question 12, question 11 macam tu. Okay, I'll just quickly show you lah. Okay, so it's also like, how to say, yeah, it's also like this. You see, open it. Alright, it's also like this, but this one is much more easy because they didn't start from 90. Okay, so yeah, okay, I won't explain it again lah. Okay, I don't want to use too much time, but if you want to hear me explain about it, you can just watch the previous video, right? Because yeah, I already finished the paper. Okay, and if you want the explanation, you can just watch it by yourself. Okay, number 13. Diagram 6 shows two right angle triangle KQP and KLN. KLM is a straight line. KP equals to PN. So write it down. Given that cos QKP is 4 or 5, QKP, which is the angle is here lah. Cos means adjacent or hypotenuse. It means 4 is the adjacent, 5 is the hypotenuse. So adjacent will be PK lah. Okay, I'll just draw another one here, right? So you can see it much more clearly. So the angle is here, right? Adjacent is here. Okay, so adjacent equals to 4. Hypotenuse is 5. Alright, so I should bulatkan actually. Yeah, like this. Okay, so what they say here, cos is 4 or 5, so 4, 5. And can you see they already give you the length is like 5 cm. It means that ratio nak convert jadi cm, I have to, if this ratio 5, it will be 5 cm. So if here ratio 4, here will be 4 cm lah. Okay, that's all. Okay, find length of NL. How to find length of NL here? We already know KP is 4 cm, so I can write 4 here. I can also write 4 here. So the whole thing will be 8. And NL will be 15A. Because I already memorized it, right? Because can you see this is a right angle triangle. And you already have here is 8 cm. Here is 17 cm. And this is a 90 degree. Okay, this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. And then the length here is 17. So you can use Pythagoras theorem, right? You just take square root 17 square minus 8 square. But if you already memorize it, you will know that it's 15, right? Okay, I'll prove to you. 17 square minus 8 square. And then square root, right? You use Pythagoras. Hey, why minus? Because you're finding the short one. You're finding the short one. So 15, see? So yeah. Okay, number 14. This question also you already do it in Pasir Gudang set 1. Okay? But how to say, you already do it doesn't mean you can do it again. You faham maksud saya? That's why even though you, how to say, some questions you already do it, I still recommend doing it again, right? Because you're gonna remember it so even better, right? If you repeat the question again, right? Because when we do exercise, we want, right? We should, how to say, when we do the soalan macam tu like you have to make sure that the next time you encounter this question again, you know how to deal with it, right? So like, what's the point if you already do it, and then the next time when you see it, a similar question, you still cannot do it? So then, what's the point, right? So yeah, I think it's a good practice, right? Even though some of this question is like similar, okay, I still think, yeah, it's good for you to do this set. Okay, it's not like the whole set is the same. It's just few questions only. Okay, diagram 7 shows a right prism with an equilateral triangular base. Equilateral means semua sama panjang lah. UTS placed on a horizontal table. A cylindrical straw is put inside the prism. M and N are midpoints, right? So M and N are midpoint. So name the angle between cylindrical straw and base of the prism. This is actually soalan jenis line and plane. And the line you can see is PN. And the plane will be the base, because they say name the angle between cylindrical straw. And you know the straw is like in a shape of a line, right? And the base will be TSU lah, TSU. Okay, so the answer is PNT. So the answer is D, right? PNT. Okay, sama lah, PNT dengan TNP sama. Alright, so how I do it? So macam mana dapat TNP? Okay, you can use the method, right? So PN, so you bulatkan P, you bulatkan N. TSU, you pangkah, right? So TSU pangkah. But wait, before you do this, you always have to make sure ada missing point ke tak. So PN, is there any missing point? No. What about TSU? Is there any missing point? Yes, because TSU ada missing point N. It means that N also you need to pangkah. And then you draw this thing here. You write, there's three empty spot you need to fill in. The first spot should be bulat. The second spot should be bulat and pangkah. And then the last spot should be pangkah. So yang bulat ada apa? P saja. Tak ada pun yang boleh pilih. Yang the second spot is like bulat and pangkah, and there's only one to choose, which is N. And then yang pangkah ada 3, T, S and U. So you it's either T, it's either U, it's either S. So which one is the correct one? You compare with T, the first one, and see which one is the shorter. PT, PU, PS, which one is shorter? T, of course, because T is vertically above. Sorry, P is vertically above. So if vertically above, that will be the shorter one. It won't be U and S, because if you tarik to U, you tarik to S, this is the hypotenuse. Can you see here will be 90 degree and this will be the hypotenuse. Alright. And also, yeah. So that's how you do it. Number 15. Diagram 8 shows a point H on helicopter. M and L are 2 points on the horizontal ground. Calculate angle of depression of M from H. I know some of you will just do it like this. Okay. And then you just, angle of depression here. Okay. So tangent theta equals to 20 over 30. Please lah. Tolong. Okay. This is wrong. Okay. This is wrong. Okay. Like, remember, when you do angle of depression ataupun angle of elevation, angle of depression and angle of elevation always has to start from a horizontal line. Or you can also say that it always has to start from the eye level. So if you're standing here, the horizontal line will be here. Ataupun you can also call it the eye level. It means you have to tamat satu line. So your angle of depression is not here. If you do it here, confirm wrong one. You get the wrong answer. So it's here actually. This is the theta. This is the angle of depression. And the line you tambah here is called the eye level. Is a horizontal line, and it can also be called the eye level. And this line here will be exactly parallel with the horizontal ground. Okay? And can you see if they are parallel? You can see a zag already. Zag. So here is theta lah. So it means that you are using tangent, because theta here the 30 is opposite. Here 20 is the adjacent. So opposite adjacent. So when involve opposite adjacent, which one you need to use? Sine, cos or tangent? Tangent lah. So tangent equals to 30 over 20. So you can shift tangent 3 over 2. Okay, maybe you say like, okay, tak apa, I siapkan dulu. Okay, dia semua jawapan dalam degree minute, right? So let's change it to degree minute. 56, 18. But here is 35. So I have to plus 1 here. So 56, 19 minute. So the answer is A. Okay, ada beza ke? What if I write my angle of depression here? Okay, mesti salah. Okay, because if you seal up your angle and you go and think the angle is here, then you will go and do tangent theta equals to 20 over 30. Then it's terbalik already, this thing. So of course the answer will be not correct, right? So yeah, so please make sure you know how to find the angle of depression. Okay, number 16. Diagram 9 shows a girl standing on the horizontal stage. Actually, this question you also already do it in the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2. And in the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2, I say soalan ni best, right? I still remember how I explain it. I say soalan ni best, soalan ni memang best. Because, yeah, it's like, how to say, it challenge how you think, okay? It challenge how you think. And if you want to, how to say, understand it better, you can go to the video and watch my explanation again for this question. Okay, it's exactly the same. Okay, I already know the answer is C. No. I tak ingat lah. It's either B. It's either B or C. I forgot already. Okay, yeah, it's either B. I think it's B. It's B. It's B. I think it's B. Yeah. Okay, but I'll do it again here lah. Okay, so the angle of depression of R from eye level when she is at P and Q 61:29. Some of you will go and do this, right? You go and thought, okay, angle of depression of R is here. From eye level when she is at P is 61. So when she is at P, maksudnya apa? Now she is standing at Q. It means when she is standing at P, when she is standing here, the angle of depression looking down to R is 61. Itu maksudnya. But you go and put 61 here. Okay, hello, tolong. Okay, I already said angle of depression always has to start from eye level ataupun horizontal line. So the eye level is here. So the angle should be here, not down here. So this will be the 61. And can you see Z? So here also 61. So boleh tak saya guna, how to say, saya guna tangent untuk cari the height here, right? So tangent 61 equals to opposite over adjacent. So tangent 61 equals to opposite, I will just call it x lah, because I want to find x, right? And then adjacent will be the 5. So what will be the x? Tangent 61 times 5. I still remember the value. I think it's 922 or something. Okay, 9.0202. I remember because I remember doing it in the previous set. Okay, 9.0202. Okay, but hello, look carefully. The 9.0202 is not the height of the girl. Okay, it's not the height of the girl. It's the height of the girl plus with the height of the stage. Because the girl is standing, how to say, it's not standing at the same level as R. Can you see R and P? R is like lower and P is like higher. And the girl is standing at P, right? So the height here, 9.002, is the height of the whole, from the stage, and include with the height of the girl is 9.0202. Okay, the height of the girl plus with the height of stage is 9.08 ini. Okay, that's what it means. But saya belum set lagi because they didn't just give you R from P, they also give you R from Q. So angle of depression of R from her eye level at Q is 29. So when she is standing at Q, the angle of depression is 29. So I should draw another new triangle here. So this is the girl. Alright, you cannot see, right? So maybe I'll draw it here. So this is the girl, and this is the stage, and this is Q. Let's call it Q here. And then R is like on the ground. Is on the ground. R is on the ground, and the angle of depression is what? 29 this time. So let's write 29. And the eye level and here will be parallel. So that's why Z. So here is 29. And you already know the height of the girl plus the stage is like 9.0202. How you know this? Because you use the first information they give you, okay, to find it. Okay, now they want what? Calculate the distance in meter for PQ. Okay, how to find the distance of meter PQ? This is distance of RQ tau. So, let's cari first. So, tangent 29. You also use tangent because, yeah, you want to find the distance of RQ, right? Okay, so tangent 29 equals to opposite, which is 9.0202 over adjacent. Okay, adjacent is like from R to here lah. Okay, from here to here. Okay, let's just call it RQ lah. Let's just call it RQ lah. Okay, but keep in mind that RQ is not a sengit line. It's like this RQ. This is what I mean by RQ. Okay, so how to find RQ? You can tukar tempat, right? Divide jadi times jadi divide. Bahagi jadi darab jadi bahagi. So 9.0202 divide. Just tekan answer divide. Tangent 29, right? So it's like 16.27. But please don't go and bulatkan C and you thought the answer is C. No. Because this is RQ. The soalan nak cari PQ. So you actually have to take 16.27, which is RQ, minus 5. Baru dapat PQ. Because PQ is here. Alright? So answer have to minus 5. Okay, so the answer is 11.27. Okay, so the answer is B. Alright? So, yeah. This is quite a tricky question. Okay, and it's, how to say, it really... and they also put like some, how to say, they try to perangkap you lah. Okay, so yeah, make sure hopefully you understand lah and you learn something. Alright, number 17. Vijaya, Ling Ling, and Ahmad are three students standing on a horizontal ground. Ahmad lies due north. Okay, this is bearing. Can you see like always when I know it's bearing, I always take out my ruler. Right? I always do it. Because you need the ruler. Okay. Dia tak bagi diagram pun sometimes bearing question dia akan bagi diagram. But kalau dia tak bagi, then you have to draw the diagram yourself. So there's Vijaya, Ling Ling, Ahmad. Ahmad lies due north of Ling Ling. Apa maksudnya? Ahmad terletak di utara Ling Ling. It means the Ling Ling, let's say is here, and the north of Ling Ling will point towards Ahmad. Okay, the north of Ling Ling is pointing towards Ahmad like this. It means where is the north of Ahmad? It will be pointing upwards also. Okay, like this. What if you draw it like this? Like you draw Ling Ling here, you draw Ahmad here. Boleh tak? Boleh tak you draw macam tu? Boleh. But you don't go and, if you draw it like this, you don't go and put the north here. Okay, if you want to draw it like this, then you have to make sure the north of Ling Ling is pointing towards Ahmad like this. Like this. Alright. Okay, hope you understand. Alright, next. So Ahmad lies due north of Ling Ling. Okay, like this lah. Ahmad, the north of Ling Ling is pointing towards Ahmad. Alright, and then the bearing of Vijaya. Okay, Vijaya from Ahmad is 230. So Vijaya from Ahmad is 230. So I should draw a cross here actually. I should draw a cross here. So where is Vijaya? Where is Vijaya? Which quadrant, right? Because you know bearing you always have to start from north. And when you start from north, it will be, you have to turn clockwise, right? So north is here, so here will be the 0, and then here 90, 180, 270. But they say Vijaya is 230 from Ahmad, so 90, 180, 250 is like lebih kurang here, 230. So it's like lebih kurang here, so Vijaya should be here, right? Lebih kurang here lah. Okay, so this is Vijaya, but no, it's wrong also, because keep reading. Vijaya from Ahmad is 230. Vijaya from Ling Ling is 272. What does it mean? Vijaya from Ling Ling. So, okay, actually correct already lah. Betul lah. Okay, the Vijaya is here. Okay, so Vijaya from Ling Ling. So from Ling Ling north. So pusing 90, 180, 270, but it's like 272. So 272 is bigger than here already. So it's already moved to this quadrant. So it will be like this. Alright. So here is 272 and here is 230. Okay, that's what it means. What if I change this value to 200, right? What if I change this value to 200? Then your, how to say, then you're pushing until where? 90, 180, 200. So it's like here now. Okay, it's like not at, it's like here. It means that what you have to do for the Vijaya, you have to tambah panjang macam tu. Alright, it means your Vijaya will be here lah. Okay, but you don't, yeah, but the one is for if kalau dia punya angle macam tu. Alright, I remember in the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2, which is the previous set the previous set. This one is set 1 The previous set is dia memang macam tu. Okay, I really recommend you go and watch it. Right, I really really recommend, because you understand it so much better if you do 2 similar questions in a row. You faham maksud saya? If you do 2 same type of questions in a row like your pemahaman how to say, you can kuasai benda tu like so much, you can understand it so much better. Okay, so I really recommend you, after you finish listening to me here, you go to watch again in the previous set, because this set is similar to the last set, but the last set is like they want you to tarik the Vijaya until here. Okay, but yeah, okay, so find the bearing of Ling Ling from Vijaya. So Ling Ling from Vijaya, okay, actually you have to draw north of Vijaya too, because you always have to pushing from north, so the north will point towards the same direction, so the angle will be here, right? So let's also draw a cross. Okay, so it will be what? The angle here will be what? 90 plus with a value here. You don't even have to know the value, the answer is C already, because you know the answer should be in between 90 and 180. So A salah, B salah, D salah. Okay, okay, D can be the answer also lah. Okay, D can be the answer also. Okay, so it's either C or D. Okay, but okay, let's try to see how to do it. Okay, sini kan 272. Here to here is 272, right? And if you look carefully here, the angle I want to find is 90 degree plus with this small angle here. Can you see it? 90 tambah dengan angle yang kecil sini. And the angle yang kecil sini macam mana nak cari? Z. So sini angle dengan sini angle sama. And here the whole thing is 272. But you know that here to here is 270 until this line is 270. And then tambah with this small is 272. So here is 2 lah. Because you take 272 minus 270, you get 2. So z here also 2 lah. So what is 90 plus 2? 92. Alright, number 18. In diagram 10, N is the north pole, S is the south pole, and NOS is the axis of Earth. This question also come out in Pasir Gudang set 2. Okay, this one is set 1. But in the set 2, they ask it differently. They ask it differently. They give you the same diagram, but the soalan is different. The coordinate is different. Alright, that is why I still recommend you doing it. Okay, I still recommend you do this set, even though it's not similar. It's not the same also actually. Like this one is more challenging actually. Okay, but yeah. Alright, so 75 north, 22 east is a city on Earth. Which of the following represents city Q? So you have to find where is 75 north, where is 22 east. So you know the answer is not A, is not B, correct? Because A is at the equator. So the latitude is 0 degree. But I want to find 75 north. So A is wrong. B is also wrong because B is already south, right? So it's either C or D. So which one is the correct answer? You look at the longitude. So the longitude is 22 east. So C and D, they are both at the same latitude, which is 75 north. How I know? Tengok sini. Center from the equator, which is 0 degree, naik 75. So you know this is 75 north. Okay, confirm already. But what about the longitude? This is the Greenwich meridian. Greenwich meridian means what? It means that will be the longitude for 0 degree. It means that everything on the right side of the Greenwich, it will be east. Everything on the left of the Greenwich will be west. So you know these two. If you look at here, A, the Greenwich meridian, from Greenwich meridian to D is like to ke kanan 22 degree. It means that here will be 22 east. So the answer is D lah. The answer is D. Okay, why not C? Because C is like, how to say, how many already? It's 180 east already. Okay, C is like 180 already. Because if here is 0 degree, then here will be 180 east. So yeah, that's wrong already. Okay, so the answer is automatically not C already. So the answer should be D. D is the correct answer. Okay, D is the correct answer. Alright. Okay, number 19. Expressed as a single fraction. Okay, this is just how to say, simplify lah. The 4 and 2 I nampak boleh potong, I potong. So tinggal dengan 2pk. So just write 2pk over r times with what? The rh plus rk. Actually, I can do something here. I can factorize, right? I can take out the r. So when I take out the r, left with h plus k here. 3pk, you cannot do anything lah. This one just salin saja. Alright, after you write down this, now you can potong, right? P dengan P potong, K dengan K potong. When you potong, you have to potong dengan silang lah. And then R and R also you can potong. So left with what? Atas darab atas, bawah darab bawah. So 2 times H plus K. So 2 bracket H plus K. And then bawah darab bawah. So 3. So the answer is B. 20. Simplify this thing here. Okay, what you do? Just, isn't this the same? I think this question also, okay, tak apa, buat je lah. Alright, 5, this one is over 1, right? So you have to make the denominator the same lah, because they want you to simplify, right? It means change it into a single fraction. So times 8w times 8w. So it becomes what? 5 times 8w is 40w minus bracket 1 minus 6w over 8w. Alright? When you samakan the pembawah, you can combine it like this. Right? It's like over 8w, you can combine it. And you atas, tinggal atas akan jadi apa? 5 times 8w, which is 40w, minus bracket 1 minus 6w. And the bracket here is very important. Tak ada bracket salah. Okay, tak ada bracket, confirm salah. Why? Because look carefully. When you open the bracket, it becomes what? Negative 1 plus 6w over 8w. That's why the bracket is important. 40 plus 6 is 46w. So the answer is 46w minus 1 over 8w. So the answer is B. Alright? If you are weak at this kind of things, you are, how to say, you lemah dalam ni, just go to Johor Pasir Gudang set 2 and then find a question like this. Okay, okay, I'll just show you quickly. Question 20, I think. It's not exactly the same. Okay, like you can see, it's not exactly the same. You see here, 5 minus 6r minus 1 over 8r. But this one is like 5 minus, how to say, it's similar but not exactly the same. And even the answer is different also. Alright, the answer is different also. Okay, so yeah, that's why I think it's a good exercise to, how to say, to do here, and whatever question that you find it difficult here, you go and try in this here. You go and try in the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2. Okay, you will improve a lot more faster if you do it like this. Okay, number 21. First, expand. 6 times 2 is 12t. 6 times 7 is 42. Minus with bracket. 10 minus 60 square, you have to expand. Okay, how to expand? Remember, I have to buka bracket. Tak ada bracket salah. Okay, 10 square is 100. 10 times negative 6 is negative 60t. But you have to times 2. So negative 120t. And then the last step is just take negative 6t square is positive 36t square bracket. And then baru you open the bracket. So when you open the bracket means you are expanding. So it becomes negative 100. And then negative here it becomes plus 120t. And here will be negative 36t square. That is why the bracket is important. Okay. And then what else? Negative 36t square. So C and D is wrong already. Alright. So negative 36t square. Okay, usually we write the yang ada square, we tulis depan, right? But I already start looking at the answer and I see the answer they all like right at the back. So I also ikut lah. Okay, and then yang depan is like they write down the number. So let's do the number. Negative 100. Oh, did I do something wrong here? 6 times 2 is 12. Minus 10 square is 100. Negative. Okay, betul lah. Negative 40 minus 100. So it's like negative 142. So you know the answer is A already. Okay, so negative 142 and then 12t plus 120 is 132. So 132t. So this is the answer. So the answer is A lah. Okay, the answer is A. Alright. Because I look at the answer while I do it. So I know like in the answer they susun it like this, right? So I also try to susun it like this lah. So like I write down the number first and then I write down the t and then I write down the t square like this. 22, given that this thing express x, means find x. So how to find x? First of all, darab boleh jadi bahagi, right? This one 5 and this the hubungan is darab. So when you pindah jadi bahagi. So m over 5 equals to square root 1 over x plus y. And you have to pindah the square root first. You always have to pindah yang luar because you want to find x now. X is now here. So when you pindah square root jadi apa? Jadi square. And the square siapa dapat? M dapat ke 5 dapat? Actually both, semua dapat. Because dia datang lambat, dia kena duduk luar. It means that m also have to square, 5 also have to square. So it becomes m square over 25. And then something over something equals something over something, you can darab silang. So it becomes what? M square x plus m square y equals to 25 times 1 is 25. And since you want to find x, you pindah lah. So plus m square y pindah jadi minus m square y. So it becomes 25 minus m square y. And then darab m square jadi bahagi m square like this. So this is the answer. But if you look at A, B, C, D, actually you can't find an answer like that. Right? You can't find an answer like that. Because they how to say, they didn't jadikan single fraction. They pecahkan. Right? So if they pecahkan, you also pecahkan lah. So how to pecahkan? 25. So like this. Pecahkan like this. So it will be 25 over m square minus m square y over m square. Alright, and then potong the m square, potong the m square. So what's the answer? 25 over m square minus y. So this is the answer. So ada jawapan? Ada. So A, right? Is it A? Yes, A. Number 23. 1 over cube root 7 square. Okay, I know some of you will get confused when you see this question. Alright? Okay, apa kita cuba buat dulu. So what is cube root? Cube root. Cube root means power 1 over 3. Okay, please remember. Kalau square root means power 1 over 2, cube root is 1 over 3. So it means that 7 power 2 power 1 over 3. Okay, this is what it means. So it's like 1 over 7 power 2 over 3. Okay, atas ke bawah. But if you look at A, B, C, D, dia tak ada fraction. It means that the 7 you have to naikkan. And please remember, when you naikkan, tak kira lah when you naik ke atau turun ke, base dia akan tetap sama. Cuma kuasa sahaja yang berubah tanda. So the 2 over 3 becomes negative 2 over 3. So the answer is B. Alright, why I say student will get confused? Because I know some of you, you all think that you can terbalikkan jadi 3 over 2. Okay, and you all thought the answer is C. No. There is no such thing. Alright. Atas ke bawah, bawah ke atas, dia punya base tetap sama. It's just that the kuasa saja yang berubah tanda. So the correct answer is B. Alright, if I give you 1 over 2 power negative 6. So dia akan jadi apa? 2 power 6. Betul? Sebab the negative become positive. It's not 2 power 1 over 6. It's not like this, right? It's not like this. So let me ask you again. If 1 over 2 power negative 2 power 2 over 3 here. Okay, 2 power 2 over 3. So bila pindah atas jadi apa? It will not become 2 power 3 over 2. It will become 2 power negative 2 over 3. So sama lah. 1 over 7 power 2 over 3, when you pindah atas, it become negative 2 over 3. This is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. Yang ni betul. Yang atas ni betul. Alright, 24. 2, 4, 3. Okay, can you see it's like bracket power 1 over 5? Means everything has to power 1 over 5. So 2, 4, 3 power 1 over 5 times p power 5 power 1 over 5. And then over 3q times p power 4 q square. Alright, I can see the q here and the q here. I can potong. Alright, and then I can also see 2, 4, 3 power 1 over 5 is 3. You can use your calculator. Okay, times with 5 and 1 over 5. Actually, if the power is side by side, you can times. So tinggal dengan p sini. And then over 3 and then times with p power 4 q. Alright, 3 and 3 potong. P times p power 4 is p power 5. So this is the answer. A. 25. List all the integers satisfy both simultaneous linear inequality. Okay, actually this question, okay, they also like to ask, okay, y over 2 minus 7 bigger than negative 9. So let's find y. How to find? Negative 7 jadi plus 7. What's negative 9 plus 7? Negative 2. And then negative 2 I have to times. Divide 2 jadi times 2. So it will be negative 4 lah. And the negative 4 means what? It means y has to be bigger than or equal negative 4. Maksudnya negative 4 is included lah. Because the other line bawah sini, betul? So A is wrong, D is wrong. Because negative 4 is included. It means that the minimum value is negative 4. So negative 4, negative 3, negative 2 and so on. Okay. And the other one will tell you what is the maximum value. Alright, because this already tell you the minimum value. So what's the maximum value? So let's do it here. Negative 3y. Just pindah the 1 to the other side. So it becomes 7 minus 1 is 6. And the symbol is bigger than. So y it will be what? 6. The negative 3 and y, hubungan dia darab. So when you move it, it becomes bahagi. It becomes dy. So 6 divided negative 3 is negative 2. And do not forget the bigger than you have to change to smaller than. Why? Because you divide by negative value. When you divide by negative value, you have to change the sign. So y is smaller than negative 2. It means, is negative 2 included? No, negative 2 is not included because there's no line here. So C is wrong. The answer is B. I hope you know why is it not included, because dia tak ada line sini. But negative 4 included because the other line sini. Sini tak ada, dia kata smaller than negative 2. It means the maximum value is not negative 2, it's negative 1. The maximum value is negative 1. 26, which of the following number line is for inequality, blah blah blah. Alright, so let's do it. Negative 4x smaller than negative 5, pindah jadi plus 5. What's 3 plus 5? 8. So x will be 8 divided negative 4, which is negative 2. But be careful, this is smaller than, but you have to change to bigger than. Why? Because you're dividing by negative 4. When you divide by negative value, the sign has to change. So x has to be bigger than or equal negative 2. So A, B, C, D, which one is the answer? D. Alright? Okay, listen this one is quite important actually. So, yang ni is apa? Yang ni apa? X smaller than negative 2. Alright? A. X smaller than negative 2. So A is wrong. What about B? B is x smaller than or equal negative 2, right? So this is also wrong because I want it to be x bigger than or equal negative 2. Okay, what is the difference between A and B? The difference is the dot, right? The dot. Yang ini tak ada dot, yang ni ada dot. So kalau tak ada dot, it means that the negative 2 you don't have to include. It means x smaller than negative 2. But if ada dot, it means that the negative 2 is included. That's why ada line dekat bawah sini. Okay, what about C? C is like x bigger than negative 2. Dia tak ada dot, so tak ada line lah. So it means negative 2 is not included. So C is also wrong because you know the answer should be x bigger than or equal negative 2. So D will be the answer because D dia ada dot, right? So x bigger than, right? To the right, ke kanan, so bigger than. And disebabkan ada dot, you have to do it means negative 2 included. So kena ada line, negative 2. So this and this, they match, right? So the answer is D. 27, diagram 11 is an ogive showing the donation distribution collected from 100 donors. Determine the interquartile range. This is also, we already done this in Johor Pasir Gudang set 2. I can show you, okay? I can show you, okay? But I won't explain it. If you want the explanation, you go to the video and watch it yourself, right? So number 27, right? Yeah, we did this. I remember very clearly, and I remember when we did this, the value is different. See. So if you look here, cumulative frequency, age, they give you ogive, and you want to find interquartile range. But look at the number here, it's like 10, 20, 30, 40, right? But this one is different. It's like 25, 50, 75, 100, alright? So it's not the same actually. It's just the cara dia tanya dia sama, right? But the value, nombor dia sudah tukar. Okay, 100 donors, 100 is the total frequency. And they want to find interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1. Tapi kalau dia ada bagi ogive, you tak payah, how to say, tak payah susah-susah. Because if they give you ogive, and if you want to find the Q1 ataupun Q2 ataupun Q3, it's quite simple. Just take the total frequency, and if you want to find Q1, you times 1 over 4. If you want to find Q2, you times 1 over 2. If you want to find Q3, you times 3 over 4. Now I only need Q1 and Q3. So what's 100 divided 4? 25. 100 times 3 over 4, 75. It means that from 25, you tarik dotted line, and then tarik ke bawah. This is the Q1. So the Q1 is 31. Okay, use the ruler lah. Okay, don't be like me. Right? So 75, tarik a line. Okay, I can't see where is the intersection. It's like lebih kurang here lah. I don't know. Okay, so here is like 50, 49 is like 48 lah. Okay, but if you minus you get what? 48 minus 31. 17. So ada ke jawapan? Kalau tak ada, pilih yang dekat lah. Okay, ada. Right, that's all. So, yep. Number 20. Okay, what if they want median? What if they want Q2 median? Then you take 100 times 1 over 2 lah. And then you get 50. And then you go to 50, tarik. That would be the median. Alright, number 28. Diagram 12.1 is a pictogram that shows the sales of cars of 4 companies. RSTU in August. So they say one icon represent 10 cars. So if you have 2 icon means 20 cars. Here will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 cars. And they did mention that the R represents 24 degree in a pie chart. Okay, so 20 cars is equivalent to 24 degree. Okay, alright. A total of 300 cars were sold over the 4 companies. Oh, this is important because 300 is the total. The sum lah, maksudnya the sum. Okay, it means semua tambah. But since we don't know the S and U yet, so actually, yeah, let's just keep reading for now. The number of cars sold by company U was twice the number of cars sold by company T. U is twice the number of T. U is twice the number of T. So if T is 80, U will be 160 lah, because U is twice, right? So after you write down here 160, boleh lah cari S. Sebab total kan 300. Minus, dapatlah S, right? So 300 minus 160 minus 80 minus 20. So dapat 40. So the S will be 40 here, right? And then what else they say? According to diagram 12.2, find value of angle of company S. Company S is 40 cars. 40 cars, but that's not the answer because they want in angle. So saya nak tanya, kalau 20 cars represents 24 degree. So kalau 40 cars represents how many degree? So 20 how to become 40? Please don't tell me plus 20 ya. Saya nak hubungan darab bahagi, not tambah tolak. So it's like times 2. Okay, times 2. So here also times 2. So the answer is 48 degree. Okay. So yeah, this is actually how you do it if you want to do it fast lah. Okay. I know if you want to do it slow can also. Okay. How to do it slow? By using the 300 lah. Okay. Like 300, because 300 is the total. So what you do, 300 and then divide 360 and then times 40. No. 360 divide 300 times 40. Can also lah. Okay, can also. You will also get the same answer, but this is how I would do it. Okay, and I think tak ada lah cara yang faster than this. Alright, but if you want to use your own method, you have your own way of doing it. Okay, can also. As long as you get the same answer, then it's correct. Okay, 29. Diagram 13 is a pictograph showing the number of 3 brands of shoes. So there's 3 brands. There's a Renoma brand, and what is this? Alain Delon, Bonia. Okay, whatever lah. Renoma bukan underwear brand ah. Okay, I thought Renoma is an underwear brand, but apparently there's a shoe with Renoma brand also. Okay, I never know that. Okay, whatever lah. Okay, so number of 3 brands of shoes sold by a shop in particular week. The ratio of the number of Renoma to Bonia is 3:2. So Renoma, the ratio is 3, Bonia is 2. It means I can find out how many Bonia shoes lah. Okay, because if here is ratio 3, it means if I can divide this into 3 portions, it will be like 1 portion 2 shoes. So if 2 portion means 4 shoes lah. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, don't expect me to draw the shoe lah. Okay, okay, okay. And they say one shoe, one icon like this is represent 1 dozen, and you know 1 dozen is equals to 12. So it means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 times 6, because like this means 12 shoes. So 12. So 12 plus 12 times 6 72 Am I right? Yeah, 72. And then here will be 12, 12, 12 is 36. And here will be 12, 12, 12, 12, which is 48. 12 times 4 is 48. Alright? I hope you understand how I explain this thing here. It means that renoma ada 72 shoes. Betul? And bonia is 72 is equivalent to ratio 3. And now I want to know kalau ratio 2 berapa. So macam mana? You take 72 divide 3 times 2 lah. Because you divide 3 because you want to know one portion how many. So you know one portion is equivalent to 24. And then you times 2. That's why here is 48. Alright? That's why here is 4. Okay? Okay. Find the total number of Elaine, Delon, and Bonia sold in that week. So the total of Bonia and Elaine, Delon. So it will be 36 plus 48 lah. So I think the answer is 84. So the answer is C. Alright? So, yep, it's not that difficult, right? Okay, next. Number 30. Diagram 14 shows the graph y equals blah blah blah. Which of the following is equation of graph function? Sudah buat berapa kali? Like, sudah ajar berapa kali this one? I think almost all the state paper I have to explain this thing. Okay? And this is very important. Okay, this is very important. And also, you also do it in the Pasir Gudang set. Okay? How to do it? This is a cubic curve, so it will be A. Okay, so they already give you the equation ax power n plus c, right? The c, no problem. I'm sure all students know, like the c has to be positive 8. Okay, so A and C is wrong. It's just that young student tak pandai is this thing here. Like the A here, they don't know like negative and positive, how will that affect the graph? Okay, it's just itu saja yang student usually confused. But I already teach you I already teach a lot of times already how to ingat, right? How to ingat. Ini tengok hujung dia. This is the negative zone or positive zone. This is the negative zone. And this is also the negative zone. Therefore, the answer is D. Right? Because 0 ke atas is positive value. 0 to the left is negative value. So when positive means negative, this is negative zone. That is why when the hujung is here and here, it means that the A should be smaller than 0. What if your A is positive? If your A is positive, the graph look like this. Okay, look like this. Alright? But now the graph looks like this because the A is negative. Alright? And the y-intercept should be 8 lah. Okay? Yang belakang sini mesti 8. Because the y-intercept is 8, right? 31, given that the universal set is blah blah blah. And set A, x is an odd number. So how to do? Find A complement. Okay, actually, I'm quite lazy actually. So I will just do it without listing. Because it's not that difficult. Yeah, you can actually do it without, how to say. Okay, you know A and B is wrong already. You know why? Because 15 shouldn't be included in the set. Because 15 to 33, your number should be in between 15 to 33, but the 15 is not included. The 33 is included, but 15 is not because there's no line here. So A and B confirm wrong already. So it's either C or D. And the answer is C. Okay? This is the, how to say, the quick way of doing it. How I do it so fast is because I know that dia punya soalan tak ada complicated macam tak ada complicated sampai like too difficult, because they say 15 to 33 and set A is an odd number. It means that and then they say find A complement. It means that your A complement will be even number lah. Agree? Because if set A is odd number, then A complement will be even number. That is why D cannot be the answer, because D is like 17, 19, 21. These are all odd numbers. Hello, dia kata A complement, bro. You know what is A complement? A complement is everything except A. And A is an odd number. So everything except A means everything except all the odd numbers. It means only the even numbers you have to take. So the answer is C already. Okay? It means that you can get, I get the answer by using the elimination method. Okay? So I eliminate all the answer that I know confirm is wrong, and then I get my answer. 32, diagram 15 is a Venn diagram which shows element R, S, T, then what is the element of T complement intersect bracket S union R complement? So do the bracket first. S union R complement. So S is here, right? R complement is like here. So it's like 6, 4, 5, 8. I think. S. Yeah. And then T complement intersect. T complement intersect means here. 4. The answer is B. Alright? Okay, maybe you tak faham langsung like apa saya buat, right? Because I do it with, you know, with just imagination. But I know bukan semua orang boleh buat macam tu, right? Because if I explain it like this, then, you know, student will say, yo tak faham, right? So that is why you can use this method. Okay, what method is it? You draw, and then you draw another one. Draw. Okay, now you start to use the method, right? So how to do it? You do the bracket first. So you nampak S, you loretkan S. S is the one inside here, the small one. And then R complement means everything except R. And you know R is the this big one here. So everything except R means here lah. Okay. This is all inside S, so you cannot loretkan. And then you look at the symbol union. Union means what? Union means semua yang ada shade kena ambil. Union means yang shade sekali ambil, yang shade sekali ambil, yang shade 2 kali also ambil. It means that yang ada lorek kena ambil. Tapi kalau intersect, you only ambil yang shade 2 times. So now is union. It means that everything yang you ada shade you kena ambil. And you have to transfer this to a new diagram like this. And when you transfer it, janganlah shade macam like, how to say, not shade in the same direction lah, like this. Okay. Okay, why you have to transfer to a new diagram? Because you belum siap lagi. You kena buat lagi yang depan sini. Because there's 2 operation, right? Okay, T complement means what? Everything except T. T is this circle here. So everything except T means it will be here. So just now you shade like this. Now you shade in the other direction. Because you want to see where they intersect, right? So yeah, this is how you do it. And then the last step, baru you tengok symbol. Intersect, right? Intersect means what? I say intersect only ambil shade yang lorek 2 kali. So yang 2 kali is this shape here. And you see, I already highlighted this thing here. So the answer is 4. Right? So that's how you do it. Right? Number 33. Diagram 16 is a graph of straight line MN. The coordinates of M is -2. Right lah, tulis lah. -2, -3. And then equation of straight line MN is y equals x minus 1. Oh, tulis lah. When they give equation, this is a good, how to say, a good thing, because from the equation you can write down the gradient and the y-intercept. Alright, but if you look here, which of the following are possible coordinates of point N? Actually, this thing I already teach also in the previous set. Okay, in the previous set you will also find a question like this. Okay, like cara tanya dia sama. Okay, it's just that the value, they change the value. Okay, like the number they change already. But yeah, you will find, how to say, you can find a similar question in the Pasir Gudang set 2. Okay, this is Pasir Gudang set 1. Okay, which of the following is the possible coordinate of point N? How to find? You know the gradient should be 1, right? You know the gradient should be 1. So how I do it? Because y equals mx plus c, right? So you know the m is 1 lah. So what you do it? You try A, you ambil all this answer and try to use the gradient formula and see which one you get the gradient is 1 lah. So let's try A. -3, -2, and this point M yang dia bagi lah, -2, -3. And you try to find the gradient. So y minus y or x minus x. So -2 minus -3, y minus y, and then -3 minus -2. So it will be -2 plus 3 is 1, -3 plus 2 is -1, so it's -1. So it's wrong lah. The gradient should be 1. So A is wrong. B. What about 1, 1? So let's try 1, 1 and -2, -3. Okay, because the gradient of this line should be 1. So let's try using gradient formula. -3 minus 1 over -2 minus 1. So it will be -4 over -3. So this is also wrong. What about C? 4, 3 and -2, -3. Oh, can you see it? Okay, like this. Alright, so gradient is y minus y. So -3 minus 3 over -2 minus 4. So -minus 4. So bawah is -6. Atas is also -6. So what's -6 divided -6 is 1. So the answer is C. Alright. Okay, D, let's try it also. 6, 4. 6, 4 and -2, -3. So it'll be what? Y minus y. So -3 minus 4 over -2 minus 6. So -7 over -8. So this is wrong. So the answer is C. I remember in the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2, I explained it a little bit different. I didn't explain using the gradient way. I explained using the passes through method. Okay, then why this time I didn't use the same method? It's because I already explained using that method. So in this question, I explained using the other method. Alright, and if you want to know what is the other method, you can just go watch it. Okay, yeah. I use different method to explain lah. Use different method to explain this question. So you know, you know, you learn more lah. Okay, you learn something you don't know, right? So yeah, and the other method will be by substituting this into the original equation and see whether the left hand side and the right hand side is same or not. Alright, so yeah, you can go to the Johor Pasir Gudang set 2 video, right? And then you will, yeah, and listen to the explanation. Okay, I explain using the other method in the video. Okay, there's also a similar question like this. 34, diagram 17 is a straight line PQRS. Given the equation of PQ is this. Write it down lah. But I will not just write it down. I will, how to say, at the same time change it to y equals mx plus c. So 2y equals to negative 3x pindah jadi 3x, negative 16 pindah jadi 16 here. And then what I will do is everything divided by 2 because I want to find out what is my gradient. Right? 3 over 2x plus 16 divided by 2 is 8. So this is the equation of PQ. So from this equation, you can already tell the gradient is 3 over 2 and the y-intercept is 8, which is here is 8. Alright, see, so many information. And then straight line RS is parallel with PQ. RS is parallel with PQ. So the gradient here should be 3 over 2 also. And then passes through 0.3 negative. Excuse me. Passes through 0.3 negative 1. So among the following, which equation is possible for RS? So they want you to find equation, they want you to find the equation of straight line RS. So you know RS equation should be y equals mx plus c. And you already know the m, which is 3 over 2. And the c, walaupun you tak tahu, but you have a point. So you can pass through 3 negative 1. So the answer will be negative 1 equals to 3 over 2 times 3 plus c. So it will be negative 1, 3 times 3 is 9 over 2 plus c. And c will be negative 1 minus 9 over 2, which is negative 11 over 2. So the answer will be y equals, so rewrite, y equals 3 over 2x plus c means your c is this, so minus 11 over 2. But if you look at the ABCD, all these answer is written in general form, not in linear form. So you change it to general form. But before you change it to general form, hilangkan fraction first. How to hilangkan? Everything times 2. Times 2, 2y. Times 2, 3x. Times 2, negative 11. And if you want to change it to general form, you have to make sure everything on one side and it has to be equal 0. And the x you have to write first. So it becomes negative 3x plus 2y minus 11, move here, plus 11 equals to 0. So this is the answer. So ABCD, which one? Is it A? Yeah, it's A, right? Yep. Okay, let's move on to 35. It is given that set R is this, a number is chosen at random from set R. What is the probability that a prime number is chosen? So if you choose a number from set R, it should be over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be over 7, right? And out of the 7, what is the probability of prime number? So you know 17 is prime number, 29 is prime number, 41 is prime number. So it will be 3 over 7. So the answer is C. Next, 36. Afifah has fashion, entertainment, and cookery magazines. So it has 3 types. So there's fashion, entertainment, and cookery magazine. She has 20 entertainment magazines. So 20 entertainment magazine. Okay. The probability of picking fashion is 1 over 9. So usually probability I like to write atas garisan. And for number I like to write beside. Okay, beside like this. Alright. So probability of picking cookery magazine is 4 over 9. So it is 4 over 9. So can you find the probability of entertainment? Yes, because total probability mesti 1. So when you take 1 tolak dapat lah probability of entertainment. So 1 minus 1 over 9 minus 4 over 9. Tukar jadi fraction 4 over 9. So 4 over 9 is the probability of entertainment magazines. How many magazines does Afifah has all together? So total lah maksudnya. So you know the, how to say, 4 over 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So out of this 9, 4 over is represent 20 magazine. So now they want you to find the total. It means they want you to find how many will it be if there is 9. You faham maksud saya? It means that like this is represent 20, right? So if 4 over 9 represent 20, then what 9, kalau 9 total berapa? So what you do is you can take 20 divided by 4 to find out satu ni berapa dulu. And then darab 9. It means 20 divide 4, and then times 9 because you want the total. So that's all, 45. So the answer is C, right? Next, 37. 12 workers can pack 5,000 cake within 8 hours. Okay, this question you actually do it also in the Johor, the Pasir Gudang set 2. Okay, so yeah, but line sikit lah, ada line sikit. Okay, so 12 workers. Okay, the value is line. So 12 workers. And then can pack 5,000 cake in 8 hours. Given the time varies inversely. Okay, this is very important here. Varies inversely as number of workers. Means what? Varies inversely means inversely proportional. It means that lebih banyak worker, lebih less time taken. Okay, itu bahasa dia. Okay, more workers means less time taken. And if you think about it, it's logic, right? It makes sense, right? Because if you have more workers, it means less time taken. It means you can do it faster. You can get your job done faster if you have less worker. That is why more workers, less time taken. Less worker, longer time taken. Because if it less time taken means what? Less worker means what? Less worker means tak banyak orang lah. It means that you need more time to get the job done. So that's what it means. Calculate number of workers needed to pack 5,000 cake within 6 hours. So 5,000 cakes in 6 hours. So 8 nak jadi 6 macam mana? Let's ambil 8 divide 6. So 8 divide 6 is what? 4 over 3. It means that 8 divide 4 over 3 is 6. Okay, let's try to make sure it's really divide 4 over 6. So 8 divide what? 4 over 6. Yep. Silap. 8 divide 4 over 3. I tekan 4 over 6 just now. So yeah, it's really 6. So does that mean that here also I have to divide 4 over 3? No. If you divide 4 over 3, okay, let's try and see. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is wrong, this is the wrong one. Okay, let me explain why. Because 12 divided 4 over 3 is 9. And hello, I want you to imagine 12 workers can finish in 8 hours. But 9 workers can finish in 6 hours. Does it make sense? If the number of workers is getting, how to say, lebih sikit workers, it means the time taken should increase. You faham maksud saya? It means that here you cannot divide, actually you have to times. That's why they write inversely here. Because they write inversely here. Because takkanlah the number of worker decrease and then the time also decrease. Tak ada. Mana boleh? 8 hours to 6 hours, it means decrease already, right? And if here decrease means that there is more number of workers. It means the answer should be bigger than 12. So it won't be 9. So actually you have to take 12 times 4 over 3. So the correct way is ambil 12 times 4 over 3 like this. This will be the correct answer. So the answer is 16. So the answer should be B. Alright? Because inversely, just remember, kalau inversely, one side times one side divide. If this side is divide, then the other side will be times. Okay? Alright, which of the following table represents Y varies? This question also in Johor Pasir Gudang set 2, right? In the previous set, you also do it already. Always change the variation symbol jadi equals to K. You have to tambah a constant, and usually we use K, right? Okay, boleh nampak ke? Alright, and then you try one by one, A, B, C, D, and C, which one is correct. So let's try with A first. So A is like when x equals 1, y equals to 1. Let's so 1 equals to kx power 3. So it's 1. 1 power 3 is 1, so k is 1. And when you rewrite, it will be y equals to x power 3. And you try to masuk 2, 9, and 5, 1, 1, 5 and make sure that it's correct. So y is 9, x is 2. So y is 9, x is 2. Is it correct? 2 power 3 is 8. So no, A is confirmed wrong already. Okay, what about B? Do the same thing. Y equals to kx power 3. But this time the y is 9, the x is 2. So it will be 2 power 3 is 8. So it will be k equals 9 over 8. So when you rewrite, it becomes y equals 9 over 8. X power 3. And let's try to masuk 3, 13 and 7, 98 and make sure that both the left hand side and the right hand side is the same means correct. So y is 18 and then x is 3. So when you tekan 3 power 3 times 9 over 8, is it correct? 3 power 3 times 9 over 8. So it's definitely not 18. So wrong. So B is wrong already. Let's try the next one, C. So do the same. Y equals to kx power 3, right? And it will be 2, 12. So 12 is y and then x is 2. So k will be 12. 2 power 3 is 8. So what's 12 divided 8? 3 over 2, right? So 3 over 2. So when you rewrite, it becomes what? Y equals to 3 over 2 x power 3. And let's try to masuk 337 and 575. Make sure, kalau both left hand side and right hand side is the same, it means that would be the answer. So y is 27 and then equals to 3 over 2 x power 3. So here will be 3. Okay, what's 3 power 3? Actually this is not the answer because if you take 3 power 3 times 3 over 2, you will not get 7 over 2. Okay, I can try. Okay, 3 power 3 times 7 divided 2. So yeah, it is that C is not the answer. So the answer is D, confirm already. But let's also, I will also do it lah. Okay, I will also do it. Okay, so do the same thing lah. Y equals kx power 3. Masukkan y is 2, x is 1. And here will be 1 power 3, so 1 lah. So here will be 2 divided 1, so 2. So it will be y equals 2x power 3 when you rewrite. And then masukkan 354. So it will be y equals 54 and then x equals to 3. So is 3 power 3 times 2, is it 54? Yes. See? 3 power 3 times 2, sorry. I see what I can. Yeah, this one is 2. So yes. But just because this one correct doesn't mean this one also correct. So you have to try for this one also. So let's try. Y equals 2x power 3. Y masuk 250. And then x masuk 5. Okay, let's try. 5 power 3 times 2. Is it really 250? 5 power 3 times 2. Is it 250? Yes. So the answer is D. Right? 39. This matrix darab this matrix dapat this matrix. Find value of D. So what you do? First of all, the 1 over 5 darab masuk first. So it becomes what? Times 1 over 5 means divide 5. So 4 over 5. 3 over 5. 1 over 5. 2 over 5. And then darab with 10. Okay, this one I need to erase. 10, 20, negative 15, negative 5. And then from the question they say equals to this. So what you do is you find your own version of the answer first. Because this answer is the one yang soalan bagi. So this one is 2 row, 2 column, 2 row, 2 column. You actually can find it by yourself. What is the answer? And then after you do it by yourself, then only you compare with the answer that they give you here. So 2 row, 2 column, 2 row, 2 column. So the answer will also come out in 2 row, 2 column. But you need to draw a bigger bracket. I need to draw a bigger bracket because a lot of things to write inside. Yeah. Alright, so horizontal times vertical. So 4 over 5 times 10 is 40 over 5. 3 over 5 times negative 15 is negative 45 over 5. Is it? Yeah. And then first row, second column. So 4 over 5 times 20. 80 over 5. 3 over 5 times negative 5 is negative 15 over 5. And then second row, first column. So 10 over 5. 1 over 5 times 10, 10 over 5. 2 over 5 times negative 15 is negative 30 over 5. 30. Second row, second column. So 1 over 5 times 20 is 20 over 5. 2 over 5 times negative 10 is negative 2 over 5 times negative 5. So negative 10 over 5. So what's the answer? Negative 1. Okay, what's 80 minus 5? Divide 80 minus 15 and then divide 5. 13. Yeah, 13. And then what's 10 over 5 minus 30 over 5? Okay, 10 minus 30 is negative 20. Divide 5 is negative 4. 20 minus 10 is 10. 10 divided by 4 is 2. So now you get your own answer, right? And you compare with the answer that the soalan bagi. So negative 1 compare with negative 1. Negative 4 compare with negative 2. 2 compare with 2. So what is D? D is 13. So the answer is D. Number 40, find product of this thing darab this thing here. So the answer is A. Alright, the answer is A. How I can do it so fast? Because I know that everything darab dengan one. If I take any two row 2 column matrix and I darab with the identity, which is the 1001, you will get back itself. So 8 negative 2 16 2. Actually, when you darab, you will get back. This whole thing will equals to 8 negative 4 16 2. And if you look at A B C D, the answer is A because 2 times 4 8. 2 times negative 2, negative 4. 2 times 8, 16. 2 times 1, 2. Right? So the answer is A. And for the B, C, D, you can try darab masuk. Okay, but you will not get back this answer. That's why the answer is A. If you want to hear the more advanced explanation for this, you just watch. You can just go to Johor Pasir Gudang Set 2 because it's the same. Like it's the same. Like they already recycle. They're just recycling the question. Like just look at here. This one. Isn't it the same? Tengok berapa saya conteng, berapa berapa banyak contengan, right? So yeah, just remember lah, when you darab dengan identity, you'll get back itself. Okay, what happens if you take a matrix darab dengan inverse dia? Like matrix A darab dengan A inverse, what will happen? You get 1001. That is the first thing you need to know. And the second thing you need to know is what if you take a matrix A, any matrix darab dengan 1001, you will get back A. Okay, just remember these two things, and then you'll be okay you'll be, how to say, if you know these two things, you'll be safe. Okay, you'll be safe in matrix. Okay, in this chapter. All right, I'm done with all the sets in this book. All right, so hopefully you got watch until the end and you got learn something lah. All right, bye bye.